Alright everybody, we are back with part 4 for God of War Ascension here, and now we are in chapter 15, which is called the Grotto. So we're about halfway through the game already. We just got done finally meeting the Oracle, Alethea, and yeah, her servant dude, he kind of killed her, but we actually were, well, she still was alive for a little bit, so we were actually able to talk to her, and she kind of gave us a little bit of clarity in Kratos' life, because he's not remembering things in this story so far. So he found out what exactly his blood oath was to Ares, like what he had to do in order to gain the power he gained. And now he's on an adventure to get this other artifact that Alethea told him about that could help him break these illusions once and for all. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. In this part, we're actually going to be catching up to the current events that we had at the Prison of the Damned when we fought that first Fury. But I think we, shortly after that, get another flashback. I actually do have Save 1 fully completed at this point, so no shader compilation stutters throughout the whole game. And I confirmed that we can play from start to finish. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We actually do have 2 collectibles, another Phoenix Feather and Gorgon Eye right in the beginning here. Here we go. Square is to dive, but instead of going forward, we actually have to go this way. Then we can just swim right up here. We'll still get stutters, obviously. Stutters are inevitable on this. But there's that one. That's our 13th Phoenix Feather. And that's our 18th Gorgon Eye. So we'll actually be hitting the full magic upgrade really soon. Because you only need 15 of them to fully max that out. We only need 20 Gorgon Eyes to max the health meter out. Like I said, I'll still mark all the extra chests, but I'll just mark them as extra. For now, we can keep going forward here. We're also going to have another artifact right away. When it switches to like a side view angle, that's when we know we can get that. Well, let's keep heading through the grotto here. I think we actually eventually go back underwater. Or these assholes. Let him waste his power here. Damn. That was perfectly timed. It's still hitting the one behind him. Trying to dodge past them. Man, having 2 of these guys is kind of annoying. Oh, that was actually the first time they got 3 in before their power expired. Alright, I think they're dead. Well, that should be all of them. Yeah, we're actually getting a lot of stutters in this section of the game. They're not the same as the compilation stutters. Those are far worse. These are just some mild ones. I actually have been trying to mitigate them in the recording, like editing some of them out so they're not as noticeable. Just to make it a little bit more pleasant. Alright, let's keep going forward here. Keep hitting A to dive, which is X. I am using an Xbox controller. Alright, this is the part where we can get our artifact. We basically want to just keep heading downward as much as we can. And we'll see it very soon here. There it is. Let's pick that one up. This should be the boat captain's idol. So we've got that now. This actually will grant infinite magic if you beat the game. Now we just keep moving forward. Get some red orbs. Actually, we don't really need any of this. Well, here's the docks now. Which, the Harbor of Kira is not actually considered a chapter. So, but anyways, when we get here, we can get our next two Gorgon Eyes and Feather. So let's grab these right away. One more of each will be our final upgrades for those. This area, the frame rate is just dying. Nothing extra on this ship. Oh, here's a note. Yeah, that big dude's gonna sail us out of here. This sector was always so strange, because you kind of have to walk over to this side to trigger this. So then you can actually leave, which was on the left side where we just were. Not really sure why they set it up that way. Get some extra red orbs here. Now, since I've been playing this game twice, where did we leave off with this? Alright, we still need the final upgrade for this, which we're gonna save up for. I was actually able to get every single upgrade on my first playthrough, so we should be able to get enough red orbs. Once you start getting the extra red orbs from the collectible chests, after you fully upgrade those, then you get a lot of XP from that. Looks like he's just taking a nap. I think they might give up to 1,000 red orbs when you get those, so they're very helpful. Right, let's get out of here.
Only a coward hides himself, Orkos.
You know I'm one of the Furies who forged your bond. You would have killed me before I could even speak.
Then tell me, what has brought you to this betrayal of your own kind?
It was you. The injustice of your oath that made me doubt them. Is it possible that through all your suffering you still do not understand why you were chosen? Why Ares needed you? Why he still needs you?
Speak clearly.
Oh, Kratos. the god of war, has been plotting for years. I was brought forth by the joining of the War God and the Fury Queen. In rage and insanity, Ares hoped to conceive the perfect warrior. But I was only a disappointment to him. It was my mothers who spared me. They gave me the task of keeping the oaths. Although my burden was great, I was determined to be of service to those who said they loved me. But it was you, Kratos. It was the final task of your bond that made me question the actions of my family. I sought counsel with Alethea. It was she who revealed to me the plot of Ares to overthrow Zeus. But he needed the perfect warrior. Ares molded you to take down the very walls of Olympus.
Ares, destroy my enemies, and my life is yours!
To make you beholden only to him, Ares and my mothers devised 3 blood tasks. Spill the blood of your enemies. The blood of the innocent. The blood of your very...
The past is the past, Orkos.
past you now seek to rectify.
And I will do so without the aid of a Fury.
As Kratos looked upon the gem, he realized all he need do was fight the forces that gnawed at his mind. His thoughts now clear, the warrior turned his rage to the remaining Furies and their ultimate defeat.
Alright, back to present day. This is right after we killed that first Fury. Well, that one actually died when I tried to parry him. Oh, that L3R3 move usually stuns. I'm surprised it didn't get him. Getting stun locked. Uh-oh, not that move. think we got him. Well, now that that's repaired, we can get our final magic upgrade with our 15th Phoenix Feather. So let's do that right away. There we go. There won't be any more Phoenix Feathers to collect anymore. Like I said, I'll still point out the chests that'll have more, because we're going to want to open them anyways for the red orbs. I think that's everything we can interact with.
I have watched you over the years. When you were just a boy, I saw the signs. Even the loss of your brother did not sway your focus. The tragedy only improved you. You honed your skills. And now, Kratos, you have fulfilled your promise of greatness. You served with honor. You brought glory to us all. And today, you have earned your place among us as the greatest general Sparta has ever known.
So, there is something you value more than ambition.
Still trying to trick us with illusion. So yeah, that's a known texture glitch in this game when you run the emulated version. It's supposed to be Kratos without any ash imbued to his skin, but for some reason it just doesn't render correctly in the emulated version, so he flickers yellow. There's only one other instance where that happens in this game, and it's very brief, so I apologize for that, but there's nothing I can really do about it. There's no setting that fixes it. But after that cutscene, we can get another artifact. I think it's right back here. Yeah, it's going to be this one right here. Which, that will be the Orko's Cloak, which Orko's the guy who was talking to us on the boat. So now we've got that. Let's pop these open. I don't really need magic right now. These ladies. Sometimes they go up for a follow-up hit. Get some of these extra red orbs. I wonder if we could have actually just started climbing from the one underneath it. I think I did the same thing on my other save. What melee weapon do we currently have? Oh, alright, we have a sword. Don't need to pick that one up. Oh man, they keep doing that stun lock shit. Alright, get them out of the way. Yeah, that's one thing if you've played Ascension before, you immediately feel it, but the enemies can just like power through your attacks and stun lock you. It doesn't usually do that on the other God of War games. That was actually one of the complaints for Ascension at the time. How he's so easy to interrupt. I'm actually trying to do moves that I have on my first save now. It's actually throwing me off. I thought we had some of the, oh, that's right. I need to upgrade my flame power up to try to do the moves that I've been trying to do. It's throwing me off because, like I said, I'm playing this game twice. Well, we actually saw this landmass before. Take it a little slow through here. There's our old friend, the Hecatoncheires. We actually have another Decayed Chest coming up here. Yeah, there it is. This actually might be our second last run. Why can't I let go? Kratos, there you go. Alright, now we've got this little puzzle chamber here. Which, let's just open this guy up. Let's get him out of the way. We gotta get this guy over here. Pick this dude back up. We'll just plop him down right there. Alright, and then with him we should be able to just drop him down. Also, before I continue forward here, we do have our 20th Gorgon Eye coming up, but if you don't throw the guy down, you actually get a trophy for screwing this puzzle up. So don't throw him onto that pressure plate if you actually want to get that trophy. But that is what you have to do to actually finish the puzzle, because normally if you'd step on this, this would actually break and fall, and you'll have to reset. You get a trophy for that for some reason. But when we get over here, we can get our last Gorgon Eye. So our health is fully upgraded now.
definitely have to go into the record. Record. Must record. Must record. You're the Spartan that Orko's talked about, aren't you? Definitely need to get this down. Definitely need to get this down.
What do you know of the Oathkeeper?
I know he paid for what he's done. They say he was the first marked one, but his father didn't like the way he turned out. I know. I was the first man to be put here by the Furies. See? I've been keeping a record. Orkos was born here. Then his mothers, they used to be fair. Harsh, but fair. Had something to do with Ares, I imagine. The way they treated him. Oh, their own
That's
son.
no reason to betray your own.
Betrayed his own? Sounds familiar, doesn't it? But he did it because of you.
I did not ask for his help.
But you received it nonetheless, didn't you, Spartan? This will make a wonderful addition to the record.
Yep. Ares had this all laid out for him. He knew Kratos was the perfect warrior for his tasks. Great, another siren. You know, this thing might actually be better. Because it'll knock her down. She's all over the place. Let's get rid of her. Oh, now this one goes for 2 hits. Die already? Well, there we go. Cleared them out. We've actually been through this area way back in part 1. Not sure how this thing ended up moving, but we had to jump up this thing before. I don't think there's anything behind us as far as like extra red orb chests go. Make our way up here again. Some more Orko's lore.
If neither pleasure of the flesh or glory will return you to us, then there is only one thing left. It matters not that you have my son's toy. It is your heart that will betray you.
Kratos knew he was close. Close to a time when illusion would have no power over him. Close to the defeat of the Furies, and finally, close to the freedom he so desperately sought.
The sooner we get past Delos, the happier I'll be.
They say it is cursed. Too bad we can't sail south of Delos.
They say the great Archimedes built that statue for Apollo.
Why do we stop at this cursed island? He's gone. Let us leave this wretched place. Quickly, for we are cursed too!
Alright, now we go back a little bit more to when Kratos set sail for the statue of Apollo. This is where the Oracle sent us in the previous flashback. So we're gonna find out what he did here. And this is where enemies also start getting armor, which they technically are already armored, because they can withstand Kratos' hit regardless. What the armor really does on this game is just makes them unable to be grabbed until the armor breaks. Kinda just better to slam him into a wall if you can. It kills him right away. I did not expect him to pull back. I can't see. Wrong button. Now he does a 2-hit. How did he miss that first hit? That's what threw my parry off. surprised they're withstanding all of this. Nope. Tried to grab the big guy at first. Dude, how is his armor still intact? That was quite a small battle right there. Well, the dudes who brought us here did not make it. Let's keep it halfway suspended right now. Alright, there we go. Just casually pushes the dude out of the way. Thought he was gonna swing at me. One down. They just spawn in a bunch more. It's a very quick way to get rid of them. So one thing that's kind of nice about those parries is that it's just a very fast way to remove them. Because otherwise breaking their armor and stuff like that, they just have a ton of health. I'm just double checking there's anything behind us. We will have some collectibles in this chapter coming up soon finally. Gotta progress a little bit more though. Damn, that was quite a hit. That should have parried. one after the other. Damn it. Did not expect it to be X again. Alright. He should be dealt with. There was nothing up against the wall here, right? But once we do kill them, we can finally get the next Phoenix Feather chest and Gorgon Eye chest. The Phoenix one's going to be to our left here. So let's grab that first. Like I said, we're only going to get red orbs from here on out, so... But it's right here. Gives you a ton of orbs, though, so they're still worth grabbing. And then from there, we can get the Gorgon Eye chest right away as well. Which is just going to keep going to the right here. This one's a little trickier because it doesn't look like you can walk through there. But it's right here. Getting pretty close to that 25k now. Now we just gotta climb up. Got another one of these elephants. Ooh, that was too early. Better off just hitting him. There's no reason to climb him. Oh, he actually threw his mace at me. Oh, that one's dead. Let's keep heading up. Yeah, you're actually at the statue of Apollo for pretty much the rest of the game. There's one fight near the end of it that's pretty brutal. We're gonna have to pull that. I don't think we have any extra red orbs to grab. Just what I wanted to see, though. More eggs. favorite of her. Bats are gonna be more annoying though. Actually, at least when they do that, it's an instant kill on them. But alright, they're dealt with. Yeah, it's actually almost preferable that they grab me. Because you kill them a lot faster. Let's just break some of these extra eggs. We actually have 2 other Gorgon and Phoenix Feather chests in this section that a lot of people don't point out in some of the collectible guides. First, though, we gotta kind of move some stuff here. We might have problems in this area. This was one area that didn't really work correctly in the emulation. But when we have to jump across for our main story path, Kratos was not making the jump correctly, which you don't have any control over. It's supposed to auto-guide into it, but he kept falling, which resets the whole puzzle, unfortunately. But I'll just cut it down if that happens again. Alright, let's get this back, because we're going to be going for those 2 collectible chests right now. Nope, not that way. We want to put this right back here. Now, we got to put this chain into the center. Which it will force us to stop here. But once the chain's there, we actually want to move it this way. And while that's moving, we gotta block the gear. Now, this isn't the right way to do the puzzle, but that does open the ability to climb up on this side, which is where the collectible chests are. Like I said, a lot of people miss these in their collectible guides. Granted, you would already have your stuff fully upgraded at this point, but definitely worth the extra red orbs. Especially since we're almost at that 25k now. We actually might hit it right here. Yeah. So, we might just take the opportunity to fully level these up. There we go. That gives us 2 rage meters now, and an increase to the damage. But let's reset this. That'll be all the collectibles for this chapter as well. Now, in order to solve the puzzle itself, I believe I actually want to decay this again. And then move it this way. This is actually what we want to do, but we need that gear to move in order to block it. Which I think it's supposed to be moving. Actually, wait, I think I know what step I'm missing. It tripped me up the first time around as well. I think we do want to keep the chain healed. And then move it, so that way the gear moves. And then we gotta block it again, but from the other direction, technically. now that that's blocked, now we want to decay the chain. So this will stay in place now. Now, let us hope he can actually perform the jump. So you'll see what I mean if the glitch does happen again. Alright, we didn't run into the glitch. So you see how it auto guides him to the top of this? What was happening to me is he would just immediately fall, which was not fun. Not really sure why they even have that nest there. But luckily we didn't run into it this time. Alright, we're at the foot of Apollo now. We can actually get the first Decayed Chest right away, I think, once we climb up to the next area. Or, not the first Decayed Chest, our final Decayed Chest. But first collectible is what I meant to say. But once we get up here, I'm pretty sure it's... Yep, here it is. I always have to do it twice. But that'll actually be the final delayed chest, so that's when your trophy should pop. Mine already popped before because I had to play ahead, and I was just verifying all the collectible locations. These ladies can be kind of annoying. Especially when they summon the harpies. Not summoning more of them, is she? Getting poked by different stuff around me. Oh, that one was close to death. But that clears them out. I don't know why they make that platform so hard to break. Oh, that was just a spear. I wasn't sure if there was a note there. Oh, there's Apollo's head just chilling. You can actually deal with the harpies pretty easy in this section, because you can actually just keep throwing them to their deaths. It actually just keeps killing them. And with how many they spawn, it's pretty much necessary. I wonder if this is the spot that they want you to get the 1,000 hit combo on, for that one trophy. I don't even know if I got that on the original PS3 version, because I never really trophy hunted it at the time. Not that you'd get it from grabbing them, but from actually hitting them. Damn fracking tentacles. Alright, I'm not giving these sirens a chance. Gotta keep looping them with this. Which I don't know how fast this is at killing them, though. You don't want to just smack them. But that worked efficiently enough. Nothing to do over here yet. That'll get us up here. I wonder if I should have waited for that. I don't know if enemies are going to spawn, I don't remember. I think we're in the clear. That almost gets me every time. Actually, did they hide anything back here? No. I wasn't sure if there was a red orb chest. You know, these beetles, if you had the electric power up, they would actually shoot your combo up very fast, because we just got 105 right there. The electric power is like a huge area of effect attack that just stuns them. It's actually pretty nice. I feel like I'm moving in fast forward through there for some reason. We are going to have another Gorgon Eye chest coming up soon. It's going to be right when we get past that rope. Yeah, if we take this ladder down, it'll lead right to it. Alright, only way is forward now. Got these guys now. These guys are actually pretty easy to fight. You can get them in stun locks. This guy, give it a rest. Trying to focus on the other one. I pressed X. Well, I pressed A specifically. I don't know why that didn't work. There we go. Alright, that one's dealt with. They keep missing their attacks. Damn it, right at the last button. Alright, didn't mess it up that time. See, the thing that throws me off is I always miss the one that I parry. And then they hit me with the follow-up. But now we have the ability to get our next Phoenix Feather chest. Let's just replenish our stuff here really quick. But once we knock these down, we can climb up here. Which it's right here. It's kind of easy to miss that, I guess, if you don't think you can jump up there. Because this red one might take you off of its trail. Let's get up through that hole. Actually, let's stand on this one. another note. Alright, let's head on over there. Basically just trying to reach the next chapter now. Which has to be coming up pretty soon here. Oh great, we're gonna have more of these. Surprisingly, no bat creatures, actually. I guess I'll pop these open. It'd be nice that if you're at full health or mana, you get red orbs instead. For some reason, this egg cluster takes forever to break. There we go. Compared to the other ones. I don't know why.
You leave an army in disarray. Return to us, General. Lead us to victory.
You do not exist. You are of my mind.
Return to your roots. Return to who you are, Spartan.
We only mean to bring you home.
My home is in Sparta!
Sister, show him what Sparta does to a traitor!
Magic actually deals with these guys very quickly.
Stop the fight!
It, like, immediately drops them. Now there's the Fury we killed. She still has both of her arms at this point.
Out of my way! Let me show you how it's done!
What did that illusion do to her, man? I'm surprised we actually got the parry on that. You bitch.
Alter his vision, sister!
Do I actually still have spears? I think I might. What is she trying to do right now? I think I was supposed to jump over that. She always gets me with that follow-up. Just focus on her right now.
You may be strong, but you will die like any other mortal.
Come, sister. Together we'll defeat this mongrel.
Now to deal with the other one.
Come, my lovely. And pain is what he shows us, and pain is what he shall receive.
That's how the one lost her arm, though. I actually think I can parry that blast.
I will not tolerate this.
She's got her protected bubble.
I will kill you myself.
Come, sister. Together we will defeat
All right.
this mongrel.
2v1. Not actually sure if that hurts through bubbles. But the other sister's protected, so we gotta focus on the other one now. Just go down. Oh, there goes the lantern.
It is time, Kratos. Return to your rightful place. Perhaps, if you serve your purpose well, you will even end up on Olympus one day.
I will never serve Ares again!
Your methods fail us, Megira. I will take care of him. You will return.
Death first!
I should have done this a long time ago.
Orkos! This is what you align with, Spartan?
This time, you will fail.
What have you done? You pathetic weakling! Find them! You will never reach the lantern, Spartan!
You will never reach the eyes now that my mothers know you are after them. This power helped me escape Hecatoncheires.
And what will happen to you?
If you do not succeed, my fate is sealed regardless. Alecto has destroyed the only path that leads to the lantern. Before I could have told you how to get to it, but now you will need to find a new way.
Oh, there we go. We got the Oath Stone. We saw Kratos grab that out of the one flying beast in the present day, so this is how we get that. Orkos gives it to us. It gives you a tutorial on how it works, but since we're in the next chapter after that pretty epic boss fight, this is probably where we're going to end part 4. I feel like this game may only be 6 to 7 parts, give or take. If we can get the entire Statue of Apollo done in the next part, which is going to be kind of tough because they throw a lot of fights at you that take a lot of time, we might be able to finish it within 6 parts, but if not, it'll take 7 parts. The finale might just be a little bit shorter, but we'll have to find out. But yeah, we have our magic fully upgraded and our health fully upgraded at this point. I think we still have a decent amount of relics left, or artifacts. 4 maybe? 3 or 4. And then there's actually still a few white chests left that will have Gorgon Eyes and Phoenix Feathers if you still need them, but it'll just give us a ton of red orbs, which is very helpful because that's how you kind of get all your upgrades in one playthrough. We actually probably have enough to almost fully upgrade one of the powers. I usually do Flame first because Flame just seems the strongest. The electric one's also pretty nice. Ice and Hades are alright. I didn't really get full use out of them though. Hades might be better than Ice, because you don't really freeze enemies that often. The only thing that's nice is when you actually get the magic use of those, freezing will slow them down, so it might make fights just a little bit easier. But yeah, we're moving through it. Like I said, we're going to spend majority of the rest of the game at the Statue of Apollo here while we try to fix it up to get to that lantern that they submerged under the water. So we're going to be dealing with the Furies still. But we saw how the one lost her arm, which in the beginning of the game she's torturing us and she doesn't have it, so that's how that happened. Yeah, it's still a very cool game. Like I said, the fighting feels much better in every other God of War game, though. The fact that they added it to where enemies can kind of just power through everything Kratos is doing, and it's very easy for them to stagger him, more so than in the other games. It can get a little frustrating, depending on the enemy types that they give you, but it's manageable. Like I said, this will probably be one of the tougher ones to beat on Titan, but I've never actually tried that. But as always, thanks for watching. Thanks to anybody who watches this as it goes live or after it goes live. I always appreciate it, and I'll see you in part 5.